Welcome, everyone, to another episode of What's Up Inland Empire. I'm Jessica Q, your host. Today, we have an exciting show. If you're into race cars, especially Zs, the Nissan Z, then you're going to want to tune in today. So I have Tony Anaya from Socal Z Inc. today. How are you doing?
How's it going? Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for being here. We're excited to chat with you. So Tony owns a business called Socal Z Inc., which is, you got two locations currently. I know you're merging into one location, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But what can you tell everybody exactly what Socal Z does?
Okay, so Socal Z, basically, our company is driven by, performance. Basically, what we do is we take the Z car, your Z car, and we modify it to obviously the customer specifications, what they want to do. We kind of engage with them, ask them what their goals are. But we do a lot of like force induction, like turbo kits, superchargers, wheels, tires, airlift systems, things like that to, kind of spice it up a little bit.
Spice up. So
Pretty
modifications to the Zs. So you only work on Zs?
No, we work on other platforms, but primarily the Zs, the Infiniti platforms, because it's they kind of crossover. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you do have two locations right now.
Correct,
So
yes.
one in Colton and one.
Yeah, my corporate office is in Colton currently. My install shop is about a mile and a half down the road on the border of Colton and Riverside.
Okay.
But we're in the process of merging them into one location where we have the opportunity to get a bigger spot that's going to have a showroom where we could park cars and things like that to kind of showcase more of the vehicles that we work on.
The work that you've done.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay. So how long have you guys been in business?
I had created the business in 2014, late 14, early 15.
Okay. So almost like it's like 8-9 years that you've been in business.
Yeah,
awesome.
correct.
Okay. So obviously to start a business called Socal Z, focusing on the Z, there's got to be some type of passion that you have for the Zs.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, for sure.
When did that start? When did you get your first Z?
Well, I had got it, I want to say around that time. What I did was I had a group of friends. We used to host canyon runs throughout Southern California. We did like GMR, Azusa Canyon, Malibu, Angeles Crest, things like that. So we used to host all these canyon cruises once a month, and which we would draw, dozens and dozens of Z cars, and some of the Infinitis as well. I think the biggest one that we had hosted was 77 cars, cruising up the canyon.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
That's big.
And then, I started working with some of the local Nissan dealerships, hosting toy drives, fundraisers, things like that. And then it just kind of took off from there. I started hosting car shows, and then it kind of evolved. A lot of the manufacturers asked us to, help promote their product. And then, I ended up getting my business license to sell their product. And then it kind of just snowballed from there. And then I'm here today doing this full time. I've been doing it full time since 2018.
Okay, full time since so 2018. Now, it started off with shows and then it turned into your business, or was it the business first and then the shows kind of came along?
Well, I had to create it. I had to make it a business because we started hosting the car shows in early 2015.
Okay.
So, I started generating revenue from that, and I want to make sure I had everything in order.
Make it legit. Yeah.
Pretty much. And then, I used to be in the military for quite some time. And then I also
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you too. And then I did financing for about 10 years. And, I just started doing this more and more. And, it gave me the opportunity to create my own business. And I've been doing it ever since.
I love that. Now, what did you do before, if you don't mind me asking?
I did financing. I worked for a finance company. We used to do real estate loans and personal loans, things like that. So,
okay. So it's like completely different industries.
But it does help, presently because, we do offer financing for our products and services to our customers. So, I try to put them in the right product for their needs, whether they're looking for maybe like a short-term loan to maybe pay for some of their maintenance, because we do routine maintenance as well and services at our shop.
Oh, nice.
So if people need that, I guess type of funding, we offer that. So I kind of have the knowledge of that, and I know what kind of product to present to them.
Yeah. So you're able to bring in that part within your business.
Yeah. I think it helps out, especially with like record keeping and things like that.
Yeah. Well, especially like modifying your car is not cheap.
It is not very. It's not cheap at all. I
Or-
mean, I think I probably put maybe $70,000 in my own personal car.
Into your own car.
Yeah, that's just on modifications.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your car. What Z do you have? What year is it?
I have I have two. I've had several over the course of since I've been doing this. But my current one that I've had since day one it's a 2010 370Z, but it's
Okay.
single turbo, pushing about 700 horsepower to the wheel.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Do you race it out or is it just for show?
No, I used to race it on the track periodically. But I have so much high end stuff on it. Like I try not to these
Right.
days because it's very expensive and the lead times on these parts, they come from Japan, so it takes quite a bit of time for that to come in.
Oh, so you don't want to mess it up because then
No,
you can drive your car for a while.
Yeah, and then
basically.
it's custom too. Like I have a kit that's a one-off. Actually, they produce it, but it doesn't have carbon fiber on it.
Okay.
They don't make it with carbon fiber, but mine does, and it's it's just very expensive. You know what I mean? So I try not to mess it up.
Okay. So yeah, let's kind of dig into that. So I have a Z. I have the 2023 Z,
Sure.
which by the way, I had a great time at your event this past weekend.
Yes.
So he did have an event, Socal Z, at the Irwindale Speedway.
Yeah, that was our 8th annual Zday, is what it is.
Zday.
Yeah. I used to host that in Central California. I originally set up. That's one of the first shows that I did. So basically, we reached out to all the clubs throughout California, and we decided to meet centrally in Pismo Beach, which was cool. I mean, the vibe in Pismo it's
awesome.
Yeah, it was very unforgettable. You know what I mean?
Huh.
The city gave us the opportunity to have the show there for a couple years, but we outgrew it. So, we had to move to a different location. We moved it to the city of Atascadero, which is maybe like about another 35-minute drive from Pismo north.
Okay.
But Pismo was great. I mean, we had a good time there. I met a lot of cool people, and people drove from all over the state. California. I'm sorry, Northern California, San Diego. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you have a Z, this is the event that you want to come out to. You're going to meet, it's like a whole community, of Z owners or Z lovers.
Yeah, it's cool because, what makes it so passionate for me is that you meet people from all walks of life, all age groups too. You have the older people that have had Zs, in the 70s and things like that. There's a lady that
Datsun?
I met.
Is that what the
yeah,
Datsun, right?
Yeah. I met a lady named Linda. She still has all the service records from when she bought the car, in the 70s.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's a really nice lady. She lives up north.
Did she come out
pretty
this
cool. She didn't
weekend?
come out this year
Oh.
because they had an event on the same day up north.
Oh.
So, but usually it's a long drive for them. Usually when I host it in Central California, they'll come out.
It's a lot easier for them to drive
course,
that. And a lot of them, the car is like a show car, so they don't
Correct.
necessarily want to drive it.
Yeah,
that
correct.
Far.
I mean, they definitely like to drive the cars because that's what it's about. I think that platform, enthusiasts like to drive it, which is kind of cool. So it's been pretty exciting. It's a long journey. It's been a cool journey, I would say.
Yeah, the event was great. So
Yeah, it was cool.
can't wait for next year's. And so I want to talk to you about like the raced out cars and the show cars. So, I've got my Z and I'm like going back and forth. Do I, hook it up, make it look, just like body kit, do all this stuff, make it fast, but make it look good, but not race it?
Yeah.
Or do I start building inside, putting in the row bars so, I can really race it out, do all that stuff, modify it that way?
Well, you don't really need to do that to be able to go take it to a track. I think there's some minor upgrades that you would just need to do, like maybe, better tires, a little bit of supporting mods for the suspension, to have a good time out there on the track.
Do you guys do all that?
Yeah, we do that. We install all those parts, things like that. We're actually in the works with one of the manufacturers. We're going to take their vehicle and then we're going to have it towed to our shop and we're going to basically do a makeover on it. And it's going to be a dedicated track car. So it's a collaboration with a company called Stillin.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they manufacture a lot of the parts for the Z cars and stuff like that. So,
so is that a project you're about to start working on?
Yeah, we talked about it. We'll be picking up the car hopefully in the next couple weeks after the move. Pretty much, we'll have to wait till we move.
Nice.
And then should be pretty cool. We'll be hitting the tracks more often and things like that. So,
well, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we will come back to Tony with SocalZ and talk more. Thank you to our sponsor, Fontana Nissan. At Fontana Nissan, they offer the limited lifetime warranty with any purchase and a $50 gift card with any test drive. When you're ready to buy, go to Fontana Nissan. Don't forget to ask them about their monthly $500 service credit giveaway. Thank you so much to our sponsor. We appreciate you sponsoring What's Up Inland Empire. Now we're back with Tony, SocalZ Inc. And we were just talking about this car that you're going to be working on. That's going to be a track car. And out of curiosity, if somebody wants to race, I remember racing at, in Ontario, the street races. Did you ever go to the street races?
I never did that.
No? Okay. So it was intense. It was fun. But you're constantly running from the cops.
Yeah.
But that was kind of part of like the excitement.
Yeah.
But now I know that there's a lot more opportunities for people to actually go out and be able to safely race.
Correct. Yeah.
Can you tell our listeners some places that they can go and take their cars?
Well, I raced at several tracks here in Southern California. There's one in like the desert. It's called Chuckawalla. That's a good track. Auto Club Speedway used to be a pretty good track till they recently closed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're downsizing. So
is that what it is?
Yeah. So,
I heard about that, but I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fun track because you get to use a portion of the NASCAR Roval, the track. Mm-hmm. Streets of Willow, there's a few tracks out there as well. I actually recruited some cars to do some audio for Gran Turismo. We went to a track called Button Willow. Uh-huh. So that was exciting. It's a pretty cool track. But yeah, there's several tracks here in Southern California you could take a car out to and have some fun. There's a handful of track organizers out there that would give you the opportunity to sign up and give you like a one-on-one, course on how to
how to race.
Correct. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. I think a lot of people know how to race. They feel like a lot of people feel like they know how to race, but there's also like, probably like little pointers that you could get even.
I think you just got to know the car, and know its limitations, things like that to, and then you got to, use that knowledge and improve on it.
Now, do you have any pointers for our listeners if they are, racing?
Just enjoy it, have fun, listen to the staff there that's going to teach you the basics, and then just have fun with it. You know what I mean? You don't got to be the fastest car out there. But over time, I think you'll develop a skill to be that, just that. Correct. Yeah.
What would be the highest, award that somebody could get
for racing?
For racing.
I mean,
yeah, in a Z, like if there was something for Z's or.
I mean, there's an organization called the Nissan Challenge. They offer, it's a competitive racing organization for the Nissan platforms. So you'll see GTRs, you'll see Zs, all types of Zs, the 300ZX, the 350s, in some cases Datsuns out there, the 370s, all those ones, I see out there.
Okay, so wait, GTR and then the Z. Yeah. What are your thoughts comparing them?
I've raced a couple of GTRs before, and my car's pretty fast. Okay. So I beat some GTRs. I thought that was kind of cool because they're separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The GTRs are more high end Nissan, know, and stock.
It comes equipped with more horsepower.
Yeah, they're twin turbo. Yeah, they're about 550.
It's a twin turbo.
Correct.
That's what the new Zs have too.
Yeah,
but they still have more horsepower.
Yeah, correct. It's like I mean, you could get up there. I know the new Zs. Some of them are pushing, I think, up to 700 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some companies we work with. There's a company called Soho Motorsports. They have one that's pretty beefed up.
Nice.
Yeah, so it just depends. I mean, it's pretty much about money at that point. I mean? How much money you really want to spend on these cars to get it to that point.
Yeah, this is a hobby.
Exactly.
And hobbies cost money.
Yep.
And this is probably one of the more expensive hobbies.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Like you already spent $70,000 on your car, but there's financing available at SocalZ, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
You can get it financed.
Yeah, correct.
That's funny. I love that. So let's really quick touch on your events, upcoming events. So guys, get your calendars ready. So Tony's going to tell you some of the events.
There's two big shows that I normally host. I have Zday. And then, I work with Orlandale Speedway a lot, so they give me the opportunity to host events and things like that.
Nice.
There's drag racing, there's drifting, there's a burnout box where you could go, you don't have to be a professional, but you can go out there and do some donuts and things like that.
Oh my gosh. So I absolutely loved that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I smiled so hard, but when I was sitting watching, everybody like do their donuts spinning out and burning out, and it was intense. I think they get like 60 seconds. They would go out.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's like a box and there's stands all around. So you're just watching in and it was so intense. I have so many cool videos. I have to show you after, but it was so fun to watch. And then the drag racing, so people are actually racing there, so you have the opportunity. They just signed up for it, right?
Yeah,
and
then
then
sign up. They do a tech inspection, and then you get to go out there on the track and race.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. But if you like that, you should come out to NISFest. We have NISFest October 8th at Irwindale Speedway. It's going to be on the bigger side of the track, and what we offer is ride-alongs with the professional drift drivers and stuff like that. So you'll be able to ride along with them on the track at high speeds too. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like how fast?
They're probably doing maybe at least, 80 miles an hour, then hitting the bank, on a drift, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's pretty fun. We work with an organization called the Hot Pit Auto Fest. It's run by Jeff Jones. Jeff Jones is a professional drifter.
Okay.
So we have the opportunity to work with him this year. We've been doing shows with them. We just had one in March with them as well. So it's been pretty cool. I mean, I get to, do the events, and then also we get to work on these cars too. So which is pretty cool.
Very nice. And when will you be officially in your Colton location? Like right now, you guys, if you want to go check out SocalZ, they do have 2 locations. But the Colton one is going to be the official.
Yeah, we're there now. We're just moving to a bigger suite in front of us.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see us off the freeway. We're right off La Cadena.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, we're right off of Barton. No, Barton Road. Yeah.
Oh, Barton Road. Okay.
Yeah, so one side is Grand Terrace, the other side is Colton, and we're right there parallel with the freeway. Okay. You'll see our signs pretty soon. You'll see them. You'll be able to see it from the freeway.
Okay. I drive by there all the time. So I'm going to, next time I drive by, I'm going to look for you guys. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I need to go stop by and check out the shop. Stop by if you want.
I'll give you some free merch or whatever you want.
Cool. Hey, okay.
That you could rock.
See you in an hour. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's super cool. Thank you. Yeah, I had so much fun at the event, and I'm really excited that, you came out today to chat.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, of course. Is there any last words for our listeners before we sign off?
Just if you get a chance, come stop by and, check out the work we do. And if you ever have any questions, you could always, check us out on social media. You can follow us on Instagram. It's SocalZ.
Socal_Z.
Exactly. Yeah. Socal_Z. And then, we have a YouTube page too. We post content here and there.
SocalZ Inc. Or is it just?
It's SocalZ as well.
Okay, great. And then do you have a website if they want to go check out?
Yes. You can look at all the products and stuff like that we do offer at the events. It's SocalZ.net.
.net.
Correct.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to follow, subscribe. We're on Instagram, What's Up Inland Empire, YouTube. We hope to have you follow us and learn more about things going on in the Inland Empire. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.